This is Ben with Vessel Futures Trading. We're back in the market. Today we're going to talk about the gold contract. Good morning to my Discord community. Good morning to the new traders on the Discord. Again, pleasure to have you. Pleasure to have you. Pleasure to see this community keep on growing. Conversation is alive. There's a lot to learn. If you're not part of this community, join the server. There's a lot of free knowledge for you guys to grab and hold. It's priceless. If you're new in the market, or if you're an existing trader and you want to expand your knowledge and get more from it, and expand not only the knowledge but the methodologies, the mindset. There's a very strong saying in the markets: you should never trade alone, because it sometimes can get very frustrated if you don't know what to do. The power of community is always nice to see. Even within the group, how the traders support themselves, of course, support each other, not themselves. I'm sorry. So it's beautiful to see. I'm very happy with the results. Of course, if you're not part of this Discord, join, and of course I'm gonna put the link in the description box, as well as in the bio. So today we're gonna talk about the gold contract. What we're trying to do is basically ambush the price, basically set up our day. The right mindset should be, if you are doing it as a side hustle, if this is not your main thing, if you're doing it as part of call it your daily routine, how would you treat the market in case that you have to either go to work, pay the kids, anything else but sitting on the computer, sitting in front of the charts? How will you plan your entry? So the right entry will be entry when you are certain about what you do. You launch your limit commands in a way that you are certain, and you know what I'm not gonna say 100%, because there's never 100%, but it's basically will allow you to continue with your daily routine, and you can get back to the charts at the end of the day, and at the end of everything that you do during the day, in order to revisit and see how the position went. So of course it's all a matter of the right risk taking, right? As we talked about many times in this channel and in the groups and in the Discord. Of course, a trader is not a trader, he's a risk manager. So in this way, you have to basically evaluate the risk in the right way. Don't risk more than 1 to 2% of your whole portfolio. Of course, you have to understand the story, you have to read the map correctly, and you want to make sure that you're not glued to the screen. As less you trade, it's better for you. You should be the fastest as possible. Get yourself out of risk, and also not to be glued to the screen. So in this case, we can see already we placed 2 limit by commands already on the graph, and let us see it and understand why we did it, and how we can from this point just continue with our day if we have different occupations. So we're looking at the gold contract today. We're gonna try to reach the 6K plus goal, risking less than basically we're positioned. We're stationed over is 1 to 3. We're gonna trade it within the day. We're looking at the weekly interval, and you see with the weekly interval the price is keep rising up. There's no new lows is being breaking, so we're gonna favor at least the long position. So within the day, we're gonna cancel some indicators. It's gonna be easier to watch. This is how it looks within the day. Obviously, we see basically how the price launches himself from the demand area and now accumulating energy towards a bigger move. Rising here, may basically landing on supply, and whenever you reach the supply area, it lands back on the demand that's been formatted over here. I know there's a lot of arrows. We can do it in a more organized fashion. If you wanted to see it, we can do it right here. On the day interval, we can see how the price now collides and enter into the supply area, and also a minor demand over here. Price is basically reaches from these areas right here, and when he reaches those areas, always we see a chance to flip of hands. Now we understand that basically we are in an uptrend and we want to see how we can take it to our benefit. So I'm gonna cancel those pools for now. We're gonna look in the 4 hours chart right now. We understand that we're in the 4 hours chart. We're using the indicator of fluke charts. We already see how the price reaching the supply area on the 4 hour chart, and we still understand that we have some areas to trade. Let's say look all this gap right here, from here all the way up here, at least within the day. We know we can trade this position, so we're gonna look for the best opportunity for us to launch a long position. So we're looking on a 50 minutes interval. We see how the price still fluctuates. We understand that before it's gonna basically break the head of the structure over here, the price of need to do small correction. So we're gonna look for the first or second correction. We want to understand why we took basically this long position and not this one. Although there's always possibility the price will hit over here and then flip and reverse, but we need to understand, at least from the night profile, because we're still trading on the night profile, we see how the price reacts basically when it reaches those levels. So we see how the price, looking only currently on the night profile, we see the following. We see the price basically rise up, creating a supply area over here, which is the unfair high value. Every time the price reaches this area, it's dropping down. On the flip side, we have a short tape on the below. It means the price can expand, which is also sits well with our understanding of the story that before the price is gonna go upwards, it needs to make a small correction. And we already see that the price already touched this area one time. So the likability for the price to reach this specific demand and flip is, call it a less of a chance to still exist, but we want to look on the so-called virgin areas when the price never reached before. So if we were here already and the price reaches one time at least, and this is going to be his second time, so we're not going to favor a long position from here just because we cannot monitor the screen. So we want to make sure if that's a limit order, we're gonna make the best entries possible in order for us to either gain maximum or lose minimum. So this area right here, we also saw by fluke charts over here, 46 of the commands basically sits over here only 39. It doesn't mean that necessarily it's gonna hit over here, it's gonna flip and reverse upwards all the way. We want to station a position in an area that was never been touched before. Therefore, the right way to do, if I need to station a limit position, a long position, I will take it from here, from the head of this pool upwards, where at least all the way up to here, or possibly all the way upwards, as we saw. Just 1 second, I'm gonna cancel this thing. Upwards all the way to this demand right here. So we have one position. Want to show you how does it look. We have one position that basically we're going to risk about $480 in order to create 6,250. Well, let's evaluate this position. Let's understand why this is such a healthy position. Within the day, we're looking at a position that's gonna make us almost 1 to 13, which is absolutely amazing. To make a 1 to 13 within the day, when you day trade, it's not an easy thing. The bare minimum should be 1 to 2. For every dollar you put at risk, it should be $2 in gain. So by understanding the story and by risking minimum as possible, we can make an entry right here. On the flip side, we have another long position right here. I'm gonna filter it a little bit below. And and right here we can see that the price, if you will, because we all speculated, we don't know if the price is basically gonna do this move and then breaks it down and then continue down. So we don't know what to expect. We can only know where to tag along to the position as far as detecting footprints that institutional buyers and sellers left on the graph. So those of you who took the course, they know exactly what I'm talking about right now. If you did not took the course, so you're welcome to take it. Visit our website. The link is in the bio. The courses are very much affordable. Will get you a lot of knowledge, as well as a personal mentorship also offered as well. And within the Discord itself, there's also some specific room for experienced traders that took our courses and they're more engaged and more active. Of course, if you want to be part of this exclusive community, this is already subject to a different day. You have to pass some of the courses in order to tag along with those traders. So first position we're gonna take from here, of course. We're gonna wait for the price. We're gonna ambush the price over here. We're gonna long position it all the way upwards. The second position will be from here. The likability that the price will dive down all the way over here it still exists, is maybe not high because we're still on an uptrend. But if I need to launch any command, while I'm not gonna monitor the screen, this will be two commands, two positions that we're gonna place today. Of course, on the Discord channel, we're gonna explore and monitor those positions. We have the full discussion about those positions within the day. If you're not, as I said before, if you're not part of the Discord, I highly recommend for you to tag along. I want to wish you successful trading, and I'm gonna see you in the next market overview. As also I have to keep in mind, tomorrow there will be no trading as a national holiday, so I want to wish you happy 4th and very much successful trading. I'll see you in the next market overview.